But the later part of this weekend, Christelle, will be drier. But first, we got to get through all this. It's just nasty along the rain. It's blowing sideways. This is from our Newport camera. Wind says on this map that it's calm. I can tell you this, the winds are not calm out there along the Oregon coast. Temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s, but look at this wind. Here in the metro area, gusts up to 25, 35 miles an hour over in Hillsborough, and that's the current gust over in McMinnville. That strong warm front moved on shore earlier this afternoon and has been nonstop with the wind and the rain and the mountain snow. Up and down the Oregon coastline, you're looking at gusts anywhere from 45, almost 50 miles an hour, and that's going to continue heading into tomorrow as well. On top of the wind, we'll be seeing the rain, and the rain has just been moving throughout parts of Astoria and Tillamook since late this afternoon. There really hasn't been much of a window of dry weather, and we zoom out a little bit, you can kind of see throughout the Oregon Cascades, you are looking at some snow showers, and I don't have it zoomed in tight enough. There's also a little bit of some freezing rain with those snow showers along parts of I-84. There's lots of watches and warnings I'll show you in a second, but if you can avoid traveling over the mountain passes at least until daylight, maybe a little bit longer, that's probably a good idea. Temperature of 42 degrees, winds coming in from the east southeast about 15 miles per hour. So heading into the next several hours, we'll continue to see the winds really move through. There's no watches and warnings here locally, but still gusts overnight and into a good part of the morning and tomorrow afternoon, anywhere from 30 to 35 miles an hour. The other thing we're looking at is the heavy snow showers, especially throughout the Columbia River Gorge, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches overnight. The snow level throughout the gorge will be down to about 1,500 feet. Throughout the Cascades, heavy snow overnight. How much are we talking? Well, 15 to 18 inches just overnight, basically at the 4,500 foot level and higher. And that is, of course, the ski resorts. All the watches and warnings you can see up and down the Oregon Cascades and Washington Cascades is a winter storm warning. That's in place through a good part of the weekend. This white color is the winter weather advisory that will be in effect through parts of the Columbia River Gorge until tomorrow morning. There's also a coastal flood advisory that takes effect starting tomorrow at noon until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The rainfall amounts have been pretty intense already this afternoon and into the evening hours, and there's a chance to see some of those thunderstorms roll through along the beaches tomorrow. If that's the case, we'll see the rainfall amounts really jump up. But we'll jump ahead a little bit into Sunday. I'd say by the late morning into the afternoon, we'll be seeing some scattered showers, but for the most part, by the afternoon hours, we are going to be seeing some drier weather, and we stay dry heading into Monday, and much of next week is going to be dry, but it's just going to be absolutely cold as we start to see some kind of that east wind move through. Rainfall amounts between tonight and the early part of next week, basically the end of the weekend, anywhere from about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So we'll definitely be seeing the wet conditions carry over into the first part of the weekend, but we're going to be out and about for the weekend. Sunday afternoon is probably the best day to maybe string some lights and go hunt down the Christmas tree if those are in your plans for this weekend. Temperatures right now are in the upper 40s and low 50s, very mild out there. Now overnight we'll be looking at the snow showers and freezing rain throughout the Columbia River Gorge. We talked about the watches and warnings. That's because of all the snow showers, and throughout the central and eastern side of the state, a mix of rain and snow, but it's going to be very windy with gusts up to about 60 miles an hour. And again, this is showing what we'll be seeing by the end of tomorrow, anywhere from 10 to 15 inches on the lower elevations. If you're up high by the ski resorts, you're going to be seeing a lot of snow showers. This is tough to tell from this sign, but that's Bruno ski lift there up outside Timberline Lodge, 28 degrees. Yeah, gusts right there close to 70 miles an hour. It's very windy and snowy up there, and that's going to be the case heading into tomorrow as well. Temperature tomorrow, 46 degrees here locally, and we'll cool off for Sunday and into much of next week, right around the low 40s. It really cools off, though, by next Thursday and Friday with overnight lows in the mid to the upper 20s.